Hello, hello. Okay, let's try this again. If that is not showing of roll with the punches, then I don't know what is. So I am hoping that this time this works. I am so sorry. I have to repeat everything. So sorry. I've turned my Wi-Fi off. And hopefully this works. This is what happens when you live in a town that has population 2,600, has more cows than people. We live way out in the country. So really quickly, the reason I wanted to do this video is because earlier, if y'all saw my post, Danny and I have been talking about going over and actually hanging out in South Africa and being with baby orphaned rhinos. And we were talking about and looking at our calendar and trying to plan this and see what months we have free where we can do this and who would watch our baby and all of this kind of stuff. And it got me thinking, wow, what a blessed life we live. And as I was thinking that, I was like, gosh, I know I talk about it a lot on social media. I know I post about it. I know I do all this stuff, but I wanted to talk about it again. And in a Facebook Live, because I feel like sharing your story, any of y'all, sharing your story of trials and tribulation to success, to things happening good in your business, all of that kind of stuff, you're going to inspire at least one person. You're going to motivate and move one person, right? At least. And so don't be afraid to share your stories. So a little bit of backstory. I'm going to go ahead and tell most of y'all watching this probably right now know some of our backstory because I've talked about it a lot. But for those that are going to share this, I want those new people first seeing me for the first time to kind of know a little bit. I'm not going to speak too much for Danny. He's in the other room with Harrison because we are starting Harrison's birthday week celebrations. His birthday's on Monday. So we're going to start celebrating. We did Valentine's today, but so a little backstory. First, those that you don't know me, Echo Summer Hill. I'm a Royal Crown Diamond. My husband and I are Royal Crown Diamonds with Young Living. We are also life coaches and mentors. We have our own lifestyle brand called The Rhinolution. It is about finding, guiding, and inspiring rhinos figuratively all over the world. People that want to charge ahead and better their lives every single day. And so that is what we are about. We are about overcoming obstacles, and we truly believe that struggles produce strength, okay? So a little bit of our backstory. We do not, as successful as we are now, we did not grow up with a silver spoon in our mouth. And for those of you that have heard most of our story, we grew up quite the opposite. We grew up not having much money, if any at all at times. We grew up with struggles and, some abuse and some neglect in certain areas of our lives. Now, don't get me wrong. Danny and I are best friends with our fathers now. That it's not anything to do with that. It's other childhood stuff, right? And so, but we didn't have like this, we weren't set up for success, I guess is what I'm telling you, right? We were set up in society's eyes to fail. We did not have resources. We didn't have all this stuff, that say, for instance, our son is going to have. That doesn't mean he's going to be successful because at the end of the day, it's up to you and it's up to me and it's up to Danny on what we've created for our life. Neither one of us have college degrees. Danny was a career full-time fireman for over 11 years and he just retired in May of 2017 when he was 28 years old. And so we have been very, very blessed with financial freedom over the last couple of years, but it has not always been that way. 3.5 years ago, we were in a very bad place. We had something happen to our family, which I won't get into, but a tragic thing happened and it set us back financially hardcore. And when I say almost foreclosure, we were almost foreclosing on our house. We were 3 months behind on our mortgage, and we were terrified. And with financial stress, as most as you know, people say, oh, money doesn't buy happiness. Well, it doesn't buy happiness, but it buys things that like support your life, right? Your electricity being on, a roof over your head, food in your belly, stuff like that. So money doesn't buy happiness, but it sure does help, right? And so we had this thing happen. Well, it also stressed us out a lot. Not being able to pay your mortgage and having debt collectors call you is terrifying and stressful. And so we were in bad emotional and mental states too. So 3.5 years ago, we were hot messes. And so I had a girlfriend that I had met now 8, almost 9 years ago in Vegas at a bar. Yeehaw. And we kept in contact, and she saw me struggling. She saw me posting about it and venting online and all of this kind of stuff. And she reached out and she said, Echo, you're going to think I'm nuts. And I did. And she said, I want you to try these oils. I see you struggling. We had a 6-month-old. I was struggling emotionally and mentally. And she was like, I see you struggling, and I want you to try these oils. I'm new to them too. Try them out and let me know what you think. And then I realized that it was Young Living and it was a network marketing company and an MLM. And I was like, okay, well, I'll try these oils because I'm desperate, but I am not doing the business, like flat out. Before I even got my kit, I was like, okay, I'll try them, but I'm not doing the business. I want to see some hearts for my oily people watching this that said they were not going to do the business when they first got their kit. And let me tell you, yes, hearts, hearts, hearts. Thumbs up, yep. Okay, that's why I don't trust anybody that says I'm not doing the business, because we all know. And let me say that she actually gifted me the kit. So we were broke, right? So I was like, I can't afford that. And so I got the kit in, and they drastically started to change my life within the first week. That I got my kit when there's valor, joy, and peace and calming in it. And so those were the perfect oils for helping me with my emotional and mental struggles that I was going through, right? And they started to make me feel lighter, and they started to put a smile back on my face and calm me down. Things that I was struggling with all my life, but really bad after I had Harrison. And so I started doing what I normally do when I find something that I love, whether it's a restaurant, a yoga studio, whatever it may be. And I just started talking about them on Facebook. And within that first week of me posting about valor and joy and peace and calming, my inbox was like flooded, and that was not my intention, right? Remember, I swore that I would not do the business. So all these people started messaging me, and I was like, what the heck? So I called Joanna and I said, okay, I have all these people that want this kit. Now what do I do? And she was like, oh, let me tell you, it's this simple. You do this. You give them this link, get them to sign up, and then you make this a month, or you make this per kit, and there you go. And I was like, I make what per kit? And she started laughing, and she was like, I know, I didn't want to do this business either. And I was like, what? That's crazy. And then she goes, but it's so much more than that. And I was like, well, yeah, I totally get it. The fact that I'm feeling this way and I get to help others feel better. What? That's a no-brainer, right? I was thinking that's totally a no-brainer that I need to be sharing this. And I told her, I said, look, I had a really bad network marketing experience before. I do not like the pushy, salesy, crazy, you know what I'm talking about. Those inbox me, I don't even know you, don't message me about whatever your product is. That's rude, right? And so I was like, I don't want to do the business because I'm scared that people are going to judge me and all this kind of stuff. Well, she said, we're going to do it different. And I said, well, what do you mean? She goes, we are not going to do it that way. We are going to do it this way. We are going to genuinely care for people, which you do it already, being a life coach, being, all of this stuff where you pour into people, right? And we're not going to be pushy or salesy. And I was like, oh, sweet. Okay, well, let's do that. So that's what we did. So we decided we were going to do things differently than the way that we have seen throughout our lives with network marketing and the pushy, salesy, stigma that some network marketers give the industry. And so I swore that I would not be that person. So that's how that started. So I started sharing. That's literally what it happened. I started sharing. I started doing videos and events online, all online. I never had to leave the comfort of my home with my little baby. And that's what I did. And so, like I said, guys, I never intended on doing this business, but as soon as I saw the potential and the freedom that could give my family relief, I knew that I had to do this business. I couldn't afford not to do this business, because what's better in life? Nothing in my eyes. What's better in life than loving on people, helping people live happier, healthier lives, mind, body, and soul? To me, that's the most fulfilling thing in the entire world, outside of being obviously a mom and a wife, right? So the freedom I knew I wanted for my family. And so I never looked back. We love Young Living so much. And people, I know there are other companies out there, and I'm not going to name any other companies because there's no need to. I honestly feel like we don't have any competitors, because like when you're a competitor, it's like two football teams, right? It's like two football teams playing against each other, and they have the same skill set, and they have the same tools, and they have the same player, positions and all that kind of stuff. Those are competitors. And I don't feel like anybody has what Young Living has. Plain and simple. And I'm not going to dive into everything we have, but for me, we are the world leader in essential oils for a reason. We have that title for a reason. We've been around the longest for a reason. And haters are going to hate, and people are going to try to bash Young Living, but usually when you're at the top, that's what happens. What's that quote? If you don't have haters, you're not doing something right. So it's like, duh. So if you want to see how different we are, go to seedtosil.com. Not just our product, right? Not just the oils, not just what we produce and we put out into the world. What about all the good stuff? I've fallen in love with Young Living for their heart and their generosity. The millions that are donated every year to organizations that we partner with, like Soul Hope in Africa and Healing Faith and all these places all over the world that Young Living partners with and puts people on the ground, not just money in the hands, puts people on the ground. Their heart is beyond, right? Anything from, helping kids in the slums to human trafficking, disaster relief, all of that kind of stuff. Young Living's heart is like no other companies I've ever seen. If you want to learn about that, go to theyounglivingfoundation.com. So that's why we love Young Living. I could never promote another company because, first off, I don't want to go against policy and all of that. But second, I have never found another company where I truly, wholeheartedly believe in the product and the things themselves. I could never promote something that I don't fully and truly believe in. And that's what Young Living is for us. Danny and I truly use the oils and products every single day. So it's easy for us to share about it because it's a part of it. Like I said, it's like a yoga studio or a restaurant that we love. We're just going to talk about it because that's what you do when you like something. Sharing is caring, right? So I wanted to talk to y'all about that because this business has been so much more for us than just the financial freedom. I'll link the income disclosure in this because we are Royal Crown Diamonds now, and the financial freedom starts happening way before Royal Crown Diamond. But it's so much more than that for us. The community that we are surrounded by, no other thing touches the community and the friendships that we have built in this. We have some of our best friends thanks to Young Living. And I know that if for some reason Young Living went away, which it's not, or these people quit working the business side, we would still be friends. That's important because before Young Living, I didn't have a whole ton of good real friends that were on the same path as me in life, that had the same mindset as me in life, that were positive and saw the good in things, that wanted to live a healthy life because they knew all the toxins that were put in your house and on your body daily. I didn't have friends with the same vision or a similar path, and now I do. The personal growth has been transformational. I was a life coach before, but never really did too much with it because I always felt like I was trying to coach myself and trying to get better myself before I felt like I could fully start coaching a ton of people. And I think that the personal growth in this business is one of my favorite things because you change as a human being in this business for the better. You learn new mindsets. You learn new, responsibilities that teach you to be a better human and to teach you to stand strong in your beliefs. That you just learn so much about the person that you are inside that's just been waiting to come out. You learn the strength that you truly have, right? And so this business, I wish, and I can actually honestly say, Danny and I, both our families are in the business, and it's changing their lives. All our closest friends are in the business and changing their lives. And guys, it's so much more than financial freedom, but I really want you to ask yourself, like I said, money doesn't, make you happy, but it doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy, it can be a vehicle, right? And so that's what nobody wakes up. Who woke up or was in 6th grade or whenever they ask you what you want to be when you grow up and says, I want to be a professional network marketer. I want to be the top leader of Young Living Essential Oils. Nobody says that. Like, who says that? Nobody. But what you can say is, oh, I have a dream to open up my own gym. I have a dream to start my own charity. I want all of this acreage out in the country, and I want to have a mini donkey, and I want to build my dream house, and I want to travel the world with my family, and I want to do all of this stuff. That's what you could say now. And you can have that as Young Living sends you a vehicle, not sends you a vehicle, but is the vehicle for you to do that. That's what this business has been for us. It is a dream vehicle. It is a way for you to make your other dreams come true, whether that's giving and philanthropic work, or whether it is buying your dream house or traveling the world or whatever that is. That's what this is. Plain and simple. And you get to do it by doing good things. Good money coming from a good place, Young Living, in the hands of good people doing good things is a good thing, right? So don't think like, oh, well, I would, she just does it for the money. No, you do it because you genuinely care about people and you want people to flourish in life and you want to guide people to freedom. That's what I do. When people ask me, I used to stutter a lot and I still kind of do because I want to just say everything. But when people ask me what I do, I say, well, I do a lot. I'm a life coach and a mentor. My husband and I own our own lifestyle brand called the Rhinolution, where we guide, find, and inspire rhinos, figuratively, all over the world to better their lives and overcome obstacles and adversities. We also empower people to live happier and healthier, toxic-free lives thanks to Young Living Essential Oils. We're Roll Crown Diamonds with Young Living, and we love on people, and that's about it. We just love on people. And so that's what I do. So if you're one of my members especially, or in my downline, or you're a crossline even, and I'll talk about crosslines in just a second, and you are not doing this business, and this sounds like something, if you want to pay for your kids' school recital, I can't promise you any of that. I can't promise you financial freedom, but what I can tell you is that me and the other, 24,000 people that we have underneath us in our organization are working towards freedom, and that there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of success stories that I can give you and show you and add you to the tribe, and you will be loved on, and I will help you get to where you want to go, right? With hard work It's not easy. It's easy and it's simple, but it's not easy because it's just like any other business except for you're your own boss, which is awesome. And you got to rely on yourself, but we give you all the tools and resources. And then cross lines, for my cross lines in here that are a part of Rhino Up 365, which is a group Danny and I have 4 cross lines, and we guide you and help you and mentor you on this business journey. There are resources at your fingertips. And so, for cross lines and members, and if you're not even using oils yet, and you want these life-changing oils and products in your life, then let me know that too, or let the person that shared this video with you know that, and let's get you on this journey, and then let's change your life, and then you can change other lives, right? It's not a sales pitch, y'all. This is my life. This is how Danny and I live our life, by helping others succeed and see their worth. You are worthy of anything that you want to be worthy of. I always say this to people, and people are attracted to it, but whatever you desire to be, you already are. Whatever you desire to want, you already have. You just have to own it. If you want to be financially free so you never have to stress about finances again, and your kids never have to, and their kids, it's called legacy. Our income is willable. You can build your kids' organizations and have them to where they never have to worry about anything. The fact that Danny and I grew up the way we did and didn't have a whole lot, and the fact that when he's 18, and whatever age he is, and whether he wants to go to college or whether he wants to start his own business, he won't have to worry about where that money is coming from. I'm not saying he's going to be a spoiled brat, because he isn't, but he won't have to struggle in chasing after what he wants in life. And he will have struggles. We all know that. Struggles produce strength. But when you get to make sure that your kids don't endure or go through what you've gone through and help them on their path in life, that's insane, right? So if y'all have any questions, you can comment, and I'll comment back if I don't see them before I hang up. But I just wanted to kind of talk about our story, literally from almost foreclosure 3.5 years ago to financial freedom as Royal Crown Diamonds right now, to loving on people daily through the Rhino-lution, and then Rhino Up 365 for our cross-line Young Living people. Our hearts are full, and some days I wonder why my heart hasn't poof yet, because we love Young Living, and we love all of our people, our tribe, our cross-line people. We feel extremely blessed, humble, grateful that this life has been put in our path, and that we decided to charge at it, and we decided to not look back, and we decided to say yes to an opportunity that I was scared of, and I wanted to say no, and I did say no in the very beginning. But I'm so glad that I changed my mind, and I actually opened my eyes, and I saw what this really was for what it was, and then I made it what I wanted it to be. And so I just wanted to share my heart a little bit with y'all. I'm sorry about the first recording. It got a little wonky. But y'all can comment any questions, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.